Hi there, it's John, ex-Boozone again, John Mansell. I'm currently sitting in my go-to place when I'm getting out of the house, trying to force myself out of the house. It's a place called Jimmy Mac's in Alzone. I wasn't going to do the vlog until tomorrow or sometime next week, but I thought I'd do it from here today for a change. And it's going to start off with by just simply saying this week has been a pretty crap week, but I want to normalise that statement. I'd lay good money that a lot of people that I know have had a pretty crap week, and that's not people, not just mentalists, it's normals out there as well. Normalising the thing, it's not just people with mental health issues that have ups and downs. Normal people do as well, as part of life. And it's not what happens to us or how up and down we get, it's how we react to them. And if we can react in a relatively positive way, or effective way, then things can, be relatively okay. The reason this week's been pretty poor, Monday started going at a funeral for a friend, a guy called Dean Shakespeare. Without underestimating, he was a unique guy, and he knew he was going. He knew he'd been going for a while, but he still lived, as one of the guys said who spoke in the church, he still lived his life at 150 miles an hour. And I think there's an awful lot that everybody could learn from Dean, and that is to live your life. And I know I'm guilty of not living my life as much as I could, and spending too much time feeling sorry for myself, whatever. Well, added to the fact that it was Dean Shakespeare's funeral on Monday, last night on Saturday, a lot of people I know went to a farewell ball. It's the last ball for another friend of ours who died, I think he was 32, and that's back in 2007, and I think the anniversary of 10 years is next week. So, I'm 44 years old, and in a week we're talking about going to a funeral for one guy, 44 years old, and having a ball for a charity, Paul McCann Fund for Needy Children, which is now closing down after 10 years, for another one of our friends who's 32 years old. And again, I've just been speaking to a homeless chap who I speak to on a regular basis, and he was down today because one of his friends at the age of 30 had killed himself, had taken his own life. It's horrible. And as I say, this week's been pretty crap. It's been tough. It's been hard going, and I haven't coped with it very well. And I've sort of hid away from it a bit, and spent quite a bit of time resting and whatever. But again, to normalise that, as I say, it's not just me that's had a bad week. I would imagine, every single one of my friends, every person who went to that funeral on Monday, every person who was aware of the ball for Paul last night, every person who knew that young 30-year-old who took his own life, they've had times this week that haven't been brilliant, but it's how we react to it. And I haven't reacted very well. Hopefully I'll react a little bit better next week. So, again, I don't know where this is going. At the end of the day, there's yes, people with mental health issues have ups and downs, and bad times and good times. But we have to normalise that as well, because at the end of the day, that's life. People have ups and downs, and they can be affected quite heavily by sad occasions of people passing away far too early. But again, it's how you deal with it, it's how you bounce back. I sent a message over to a guy called Johnny Benjamin this week. He's you might have seen him in the news. Johnny Benjamin, MBE he is now, and he was saying that on his video when he was coming out of hospital, he wished his videos were more uplifting and positive. And I dropped him a message and said, well, yeah, that's great, but the videos, the vlogs, or wherever they are, it's not about being positive for positive's sake. It's about being real and realistic and honest and open. And if things are good, then realistically we should be off living the life and enjoying the good. And if they are negative videos, which this one's not massively positive, if they are negative, it's just real life. People do struggle at times for many different reasons, but at the end of the day, we have to find our own way through it. I hope some of that makes sense. I hope Dean and Paul's family don't find it wrong that I should mention them in a vlog. But these two guys were big characters, and to have lost them both in a relatively short period of time, 10 years, one at the age of 32, one at the age of 44, it's going to affect people, whether they're mentally sound or not. So if you can, share the video, if you subscribe on the YouTube channel, and a huge thank you to everybody who has donated on my crowdfunding page. It's amazing that the support I have. Okay, I've gone way past my 5 minutes. See you all soon. John. See you, bye.